Early today, Mail Sport came out with this bomb that Chelsea were in talk with Newcastle United for Isak. And the fee was going to be more than 115 million that we paid on Moises Caicedo. And I made a video on one of our channels and I talked about it, and I said in that video that I don't see it happening. It doesn't make sense. And also, we have so many options right now with Marc Guiu that we just signed, Omari Kellyman, and other options that Chelsea could use instead of spending that kind of money. And Isak was going to command a lot of money in salary and all that, so I didn't see it happening. And also, I gave an example of how players can develop in life. Only a Chelsea football club that the players are not given the chance to develop. You have to be perfect or you get out immediately. We don't give a player few months or one season or couple seasons. Everything need to be perfect. Last summer, we had somebody called Victor Gyökeres from Coventry City. He was there for 12 million. If Chelsea bought him, the same expert on social media were going to say, lack of ambition, unproven, not Chelsea level. These owners are coming to kill our club. But the same people today, 100 million release clause that Sporting put on Victor, they want to break the bank. If you don't break the bank, oh, lack of ambition, blah, 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 get out, you are all clowns and all that. So you can't win. I think the owners just need to do what they are doing and let's judge them after a few seasons from now. I also gave an example of some other players that, did pretty good from the championship or from the low divisions. We never knew them last season, and this season they are on top of the world and we want to pay a lot of money. Even Nicholas Jackson, nobody knew who he was, but I think the first season at Chelsea, he did pretty good. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ogs, your own brother. If you want to help the channel, please consider to subscribe, comment down below, share, like. Let's get minimum 500 likes in this video. It doesn't cost anything. It only helps the channel to be discovered by other people. Much appreciated. So, Isak, after that, after a few hours, Matlo and Fabrizio Romano came out to say Chelsea are currently not working on Alexander Isak deal as package also considered too high. Too high, and Chelsea can't afford that. It only makes sense. It's not the lack of ambitions, but also we have a lot of players that we have to pay money. Lukaku still on our payroll. We have Sterling, who's still getting 350k every single week. We have Kukurea 200k a week. So many people on high wages. It doesn't mean that if you spend a lot of money on a player and you're gonna be, that means ambition. Ambitions can just mean be intelligent, be smart instead of stupid. Just because you are Chelsea, you have to spend 100 million on a player. You have to pay 250k a week. That is stupidity. That is not being ambitious anymore. That is top level of stupidity, because you have other options that you can cope with the situation. So the package is too high, similar to Olise, Nico Williams. Talks so far due to expensive package. Newcastle consider Isak as key player, planning to keep him unless crazy proposal arrives. So it's not going to happen for Isak. And remember, a few years ago, he was at Dortmund, where he couldn't really impose in the first team. He He went to Sociedad, very, very cheap. He went on loan, and they activate the buy clause, and then he moved to Newcastle a couple of seasons ago for 70 million. And if you look at how he was 3 years ago and today, you see evolution. Back then, if we bought him, he was going to be unproven, unexperienced, not Chelsea level. But after only a couple of seasons, he's in this level. So probably us, Chelsea fans, we have to learn how to be patient for 1 or 2 seasons. But it's just like talking to a wall, because we are used to shortcut, quick fix, buy, sell, sell. We don't know what being patient is about, and you don't know how to develop players. That's the problem, and not the owners. It's us, the problem, because we don't know what project is and process. Anyways, my friend, let's move on because we have a lot of things to cover. So after Isak, we're going to talk about Murillo from Nottingham Forest. A lot of news from South America. We're talking this morning about Chelsea want him. It's not the first time, though. He's been linked with Chelsea for month and month now. Just never took off. But the guy already have experience in the Premier League. Very, very good on the ball. Not that tall, not that imposing, but remember, Thiago Silva also was short compared to other giant I'm talking about here. You can still do good, like Martinez from Manchester United. He's like 5'8" or 5'7" or something like that, but he's jumping and he imposes himself in the defense. So it's not gonna be a problem. If the price is good, we still need another solid defender. If that means we're gonna sell Trevoh Chalobah. But if Trevoh Chalobah is there, that the question is gonna be asked: what are we gonna do with Trevoh Chalobah and other center backs that we have? Fofana is coming from injuries and claiming himself on social media that he's ready for preseason, and we have Torsen that we just bought. We didn't buy him because he was on free loan. Free loan. Talk, man. You can't even talk. We got him on free from Fulham. So this one is to keep an eye on it. And talking about centre-backs, negotiations are advancing between Chelsea and Boca Juniors. The player has already said yes to Chelsea, but the club need an agreement. You have to get it done. Manchester United also want him. I heard even Real Madrid was thrown in the conversation. Probably the agent trying to get as much money as he can for his client, but it could be also true. So we have just to conclude this deal as soon as possible and move to the next target. And also, some sources from South America actually came to say the problem between Chelsea and Boca Juniors is Boca want to keep him until like June 2025. Like we buy him and we let him play for one more season, just like on loan or something like that. But Chelsea actually want him to come and start preseason with the first team. My problem is I don't want to bring somebody to make him sit on the bench. If we think that he's very good enough and he's a future for Chelsea Football Club, I think it's going to be smart to do the same deal we did with Andrew Santos. You buy him, you let him play for half a season or whatever so he can play week in, week out and develop. I am sick and tired of getting new people in the team and not giving them enough playing time. Diego Moreira, Andrew Santos, all of them, you know, like they sit on the bench for not doing anything, or we send them on some kind of stupid loans and they don't develop anymore. Washington, he was in another level in Brazil, came to Chelsea, started playing with the academy. So if we really want Anselmino to Chelsea, we have to to do the right thing, which is just loan him for one more season at Boca Juniors so he can develop. Enzo Fernandez. Yes, Enzo Fernandez, let's talk about him. So he came out to say he tried everything to convince Chelsea to let him go to the Olympics in Paris after Copa America. Copa America still happening at the moment. They have a chance to make it to the final. So after the final, a few days after that, it's the Olympics. You pack all your bag, you go play another competition. And you just had a horrible season at Chelsea because you played with a lot of pain for the entire season. How that makes sense, how that is helping you, and how that is helping Chelsea, and how that is helping your national team, Argentina. It makes zero sense. And I'm happy that Chelsea said no, because this is crazy. We paid a lot of money on this brother. We are paying him crazy, ridiculous salary at Chelsea, not the national team. National team, you don't get really money. The money goes to charity or whatever. You got your plane ticket and some percentage here and there. Chelsea are the team that is paying you a lot of money. You just had a surgery. You deserve to have good rest and then go on preseason, learn the new system with the new manager, and next season we are waiting for you to perform because we didn't pay that kind of money for you to get injured all the time. Just imagine, right? You go to Paris, you got an ACL injury because of accumulation of stupid games. And then you are out for the entire season. And when you come back from that ACL injury, 90% of them, they become just average. They don't perform to a good level anymore. Who's going to be the biggest loser here? You are on 8-year contract at Chelsea. So it's like you don't care because you have a lot of money even if you don't play. So Chelsea was right to say no to Mykhailo Mudryk going to the Olympics. The man himself, Marc Guiu, Chelsea are waiting to conclude the deal. They already accepted to trigger the release clause of £5 million. Barcelona tried to keep him in the team, but Chelsea are offering 3 times the amount of money. So the young man is thinking about his future and also thinking about football because he's going to have a lot of football according to what Chelsea told him. In the first team, no loan, no nothing. He need to play Europa League. He need to play the Premier League. He's going to impose himself. He's going to fight for his place at Chelsea. But it's kind of, if you look at the same situation, Mason Mount, if he left Chelsea for money, according to what people are saying, and you see how people are going to be very, very mad about it. You are supposed to be like Barcelona through and through, and all of a sudden we supported you, and then you leave us because you wanted more money. I know how that is going to sound like very, very bad. And if you go to like Barcelona space, you're going to see they are slugging him off. They are insulting him. They are talking a lot of stuff. Lamine Yamal is, Kubarsi, such and such is better than you. That is normal reaction from fans. Just kind of, yeah, we don't really need you. Go, good riddance. But inside, they are struggling and suffering. And I know that because we've been through when Christensen left, okay, and went to Barcelona for free. Antonio Rudiger left on free, and few other players that left Chelsea. You have a bad taste in your mouth, even knowing that, that player is awesome and we're going to miss him. But for your own pride, you're going to say, yeah, we have, so many of them that can do his job. He just overrated, and you try just to sabotage him. But in reality, you know that he just missed out on an amazing, amazing player. I have a very good feeling about Marc, and I can't wait really to see him at Chelsea Football Club. Let's finish very quickly. Heartbreaking for Mykhailo Mudryk and Ukraine. Look at the group. Look at the group E. 3 points every single player. The difference was on goal difference. +1 for Romania, +1 for Belgium, Slovakia 0 goal difference, and Ukraine -2. Very, very sad for the people of Ukraine. They deserve at least to go to the next round. But you know what? This is sport. This is football. Next time, it's going to be better. And hopefully, Mykhailo Mudryk can now take a proper rest and start the preseason with Maresca and know exactly what is the plan for Mykhailo Mudryk, because I just don't see it. I don't see anything special about Mudryk. He got moment of brilliance here and there. And I am still very, very worried from that left-hand side. Left winger, Raheem Sterling is very lazy. Mykhailo Mudryk is just not the guy so far. So let's see what the decision is going to be. Send him on loan somewhere so he can play week in and week out. Because if he stays on the bench for one more season, I think his development is going to be over already, because he's like 23 years old. In that age, you are matured. You know, you understand football in a certain level. But him, he got skills, but he doesn't have football brain.